everyone. My name is Abdul and I am a student in Cape Breton University in Sydney, Nova Scotia. As part of my MBA in Community Economic Development, I have prepared this video to conduct an organizational study on Saudi Aramco. For those who don't know Saudi Aramco, it is one of the largest oil companies in the world. Some people argue that it is the most valuable company in the world. Saudi Aramco has an estimate value of $10 trillion. The company is 100% owned by the Saudi government, but started in 1933 as a company called the Standard Oil of California, or SoCal. SoCal was allowed to drill for oil in the eastern part of Saudi Arabia, and then formed the California Arabia Standard Oil Company. The company went through various owners, including Texaco, Mobil, and the Standard Oil Company of New Jersey, which is now Exxon, until finally in 1980 the Saudi Arabian government was able to secure 100% ownership. Saudi Aramco continued to make deals with outside companies like American oil giants, Texaco and Shell, but it wasn't until 2013 that it made the biggest deal of its history, a contract signed between Saudi Aramco and Siemens will see the latter supply power components valued at approximately $966.8 million, arguably the largest contract ever signed by Saudi Aramco. The year 2007 showed significant changes in the management and operations of Saudi Aramco. ExxonMobil signed a deal with Saudi Aramco. This deal led to an overall increase in production to 12 million barrels per day. Saudi Aramco employs over 55,000 people worldwide. The current CEO of the company is Dr. Khalid Al-Sultan. Saudi Aramco is governed by a board of 36 members who are under the leadership of a board chairman. Because Saudi Aramco is so large and has such a large number of employees, a formal organizational structure is required to make sure businesses run smoothly. The workforce is diverse, which is no surprise when you consider that the company has offices not only in Saudi Arabia, but also in the United States, United Kingdom, China, Japan, and Russia. Saudi Aramco can monitor the performance of individual products locally and in the global market through information technology. The following video illustrates how Saudi Aramco's management uses information technology in their monitoring process.
This is the heart of our operation. This is the nerve center.
It keeps going. Look at this. This is gigantic.
He gave us a tour of the company's command center, where engineers scrutinize and analyze every aspect of the company's operations on a 220-foot digital screen.
Every facility in the kingdom, every drop of oil that comes from the ground is monitored in real time.
In this room?
In this room. And we have control of each and every facility, each and every pipeline, each and every valve on the pipeline, and therefore we know exactly what is happening in the system from A to Z.
What this map shows is all the oil fields in Saudi Arabia. That big green blob in the middle is Ghawar, the largest onshore oil field in the world. And the one on top is Safaniya, the largest offshore oil field in the world. And these green squares are supertankers that are being monitored on the high seas in real time.
So there's not anything that goes on with oil, with Saudi Arabian oil, that isn't known in this room right now.
Absolutely, absolutely.
How much did this facility cost you?
A lot of money.
The traditional hierarchical organizational structure is thought of as being restrictive to employees in many parts of the world, and this can lead to problems for Saudi Aramco as it diversifies to different regions and nations. On the other hand, the matrix structure is quite different. This style is different from employees in nations like the United States, who may be more productive when working in a matrix structure, where they have relative freedom of working in groups to achieve short-term and long-term organizational goals. Because these are two very different types of organizational structures, problems and misunderstandings can arise. However, an examination of Saudi Aramco's results in the past decades indicates that the head office in Saudi Arabia has largely been successful in running its operation and registering positive growth. For example, in 2000, Saudi Aramco was ranked first in the world by Petroleum Intelligence Weekly for its leadership in crude oil reserves and production for the 11th consecutive time. Another ranking done later on in 2012 by Forbes also established that Saudi Aramco was the first amongst oil companies spread globally. Some analysts argue that in order for Saudi Aramco to succeed in the world of gradually decreasing oil and gas reserves, it will have to redefine and change its organizational structure and design to reflect the changes in the market environment. For example, Saudi Aramco will need to integrate organizational structures that consider the emerging youthful workforce, who prefer to work under a flexible organizational structure, such as matrix structure, over the traditional hierarchical structure it currently uses. The major beneficiary of oil and gas produced by Saudi Aramco is the government of Saudi Arabia. The Saudi Arabian government is arguably the largest consumer of oil in the Middle East and consumes approximately 3 million barrels per day. The total daily production of extraction and refining companies in Saudi Arabia is approximately 11.6 million barrels per day. Oil and gas is one of the largest industries in the world, so it's no surprise that there is a lot of competition in the industry. Saudi Aramco is rivaled by 6 other domestic refineries: Al Khafji Joint Operations, Saudi Arabian Chevron Inc., Saudi Basic Industries Corporation, SABIC, Arabian American Oil Company, Conoco Arabia Inc., and Exxon Saudi Arabia Inc. The combined throughput capacity of crude oil from all these refineries is 2.1 million barrels per day. Saudi Aramco's share in this total production is 1.1 million barrels per day. With over half of the total oil production in Saudi Arabia coming from Saudi Aramco, it's clear that Saudi Aramco is the largest oil producer in the country. The first factor of the SWOT analysis would be the strength. Saudi Aramco is a leading organization and arguably one of the richest companies in the world. Therefore, it is a powerful wholesale and retail brand. The substantial growth in the subsidiary branches of Saudi Aramco has led to the company's growth and global expansion over the years. This is evidenced in its presence in several nations, most notably the United States, China, Japan, and Russia. The second factor of the SWOT analysis would be weaknesses. Saudi Aramco is the world-leading oil-producing company, and even though it is managed by the Saudi Arabian government, the control of its subsidiary branches spread in various countries can leave it weak due to the enormous span of control. Given that Saudi Aramco specializes in selling a wide range of hydrocarbon components, gasoline, jet fuel, fuel oil, diesel, it may lack the flexibility found in most other oil companies that do not specialize in a variety of products. The third factor of the SWOT analysis would be the opportunity. Saudi Aramco is in a unique position to merge with other like companies in joint ventures or take over such companies in order to form strategic alliances that would lay emphasis on specific markets, such as African countries, Australia, and some Asian countries. Since the company has subsidiary branches in only a few countries, it has tremendous opportunities for diversifying to other market segments in several other countries. The fourth factor would be the threats. Saudi Aramco's position as a world leader in oil production and the most profitable company makes it a target of competition, both globally and locally. Due to lower manufacturing costs, there has been drastic reduction in the cost of production of consumer goods. This has necessarily promoted price competition, resulting in deflation of product costs. Hence, competition in prices is a major threat. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching.